Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Quick audio check. Look, sounds like we are good to go there. You can hear the game. Tonight we're going to be playing some Honkai Star Rail. A new patch has happened. Oh, I think I have to run the update again. I probably have to run the update. So we'll just be sitting here waiting for a little bit. I agree. If I had thought ahead better, this would have been already done. $800 megs. Only gonna take about a minute. Since we're on the new update, we got a couple things to go over. I'm going to do the character aptitude showcases because it won't take very long, and I think they're pretty fun to do on stream. And then we're going to pull for the new character Hysilens. Now I do have Kafka, so Hysilens will actually be pretty good for my account. I don't really need her per se, but I will gladly take her. I don't have the guarantee, and I'm at low pity, like 0 pity, like no pity, but I do have enough pulls to get 1 5-star. So if I get the 50-50, then I'll have Hysilens, and if I lose it, well, it is what it is. I have been somewhat pre-farming for her, so I'm kind of hoping that I do get it. I didn't really go like all in. So even if I do get her, I won't be able to really use her for, you know, a couple of weeks, because she won't have her traces, or she won't even be max level. Hey there, Chomper. I saw we got Still the Wrong Eevee, Empoleon, and Delmise, 2 all-rounders and a defender. I'll gladly play Vaporeon. I love playing new defenders, but there's only one Eevee that I'm trying to bring in, and Unite just refuses to do it for me. Welcome in. One more EV until Jolteon. Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to do Jolteon last. I think Jolteon is the most popular of the first three. Well, Vaporeon's probably more popular, honestly. Maybe I'm just projecting because Jolteon's my favorite. But, like, it would be really awkward if Flareon was the final evolution to be added, because, like, I feel like Flareon's the least popular. So because of that logic, I think that Flareon has to come out before Jolteon, just because of how awkward it would be. Yep, Vaporeon as a defender. That means I'll actually play her. I guess play him, because EVs are like almost all male in Unite. You can actually, is that one of the ones you can tell by the tail? I know that they're like 90% male, 10% female. It's not actually 10 and 90, it's like 87.5 and 12.5. Alright, let's show off some of these new characters. Oh, there's no tail. I thought it was like the tail, but maybe that's like me just thinking about Pikachu.
Make a wish.
Alright, so Hysilens, the newest character. She is basically supposed to be the savior of Damage Over Time. Damage Over Time had their last limited 5-star release with Black Swan in 2.0? 2.1? Something crazy like that. I think 2.0. So it's been like more than a year since the last dot character was released. Her ultimate creates a zone that lowers the enemy's attack and defense. And then while the zone is active, anytime an ally hits an enemy, it causes them to get a dot on them. So wind shear, burn, shock, bleed. And then whenever the enemy takes any dot at all, it does one instance of Hysilens' attack stat to them. Like, it's only 80%, but it stacks up to 8 times. So that could be up to 640% every single time. Now on this team, Hysilens will give 1 dot, unless she has her light cone, in which she'll be giving 2. Kafka will give 1 or 2 depending on whether she has her light cone. Black Swan will give 1, or up to 2 actually. Wow, already dead just from moving at all. They did that on purpose just to show off the power.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Offer you a requiem. In the abyss's revels, your cries rise.
Stand still.
Be intoxicated.
Relax.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
So many skill points being used.
At best.
Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
I think they're dead already.
Fiends or devils.
That was a lot of damage that they just took. Not even close.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
We just got 2 achievements from that? I wonder what they were. It's kind of funny that they have both the Kafka and the Hysilens at the same time,
Make a wish.
because it kind of like shows off how much weaker Kafka is without Hysilens.
Does that hurt?
Even though Kafka's like incredibly powerful.
Forward.
What light cone do I have? Night of Fright? Wow, really? Everyone's E1 or E0S0 or S1.
Destiny's
Say bye to
hand has
breathing.
truly blessed me.
There's more to life.
Relax.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill fate descends.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I should have saved some of these.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Relax.
Get them.
Stand still. May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
What do you want to know?
Relax.
I mean, they definitely make the archetype look good. I think I already have E6 for all of these characters.
This will strengthen our
I definitely have E6 Asta. That was like one of my first E6s. Oh, I should have used my technique. Oh well.
Who invited you?
Too late to repent.
Everything is where those stars give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's make it quick.
No manners. How will it be?
Let's go.
Too late to repent.
Let's make it quick.
These poor 4 stars.
Cool it.
You're in the way.
A thousand wonders to fight as one.
Oh, brother.
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back. Tenfold!
Told you I could fight. Here.
it always looks like Arlen is like so good. He's so bad.
Your number is.
It's just the prototype though. Like, if you really want to play Arlen, just get My Day. Same difference. All these are attacker type techniques. Oh. Oops, I forgot to turn off my antivirus software. So, antivirus software, it's good. The free stuff is good. You know, open up on boot up,
Time to get vigilant.
you know, actually run the scans or whatever, and then turn it off because, you know, unless you're downloading something, you really have no need to have it be running in the background all the time. Maybe I'll wait to see who they hit. Okay. The action advance after the ultimate. Very nice. I don't have E6, so I have to actually use my skill there to keep the attack stats up. And I have a blast. I actually did pretty good damage. Warp. We've got 84. We have enough. So we have 91 pulls. But first, let's do what's it called? We have a 10 pull for the regular warp, and I keep on forgetting to do this every single stream. Alright, we just got Welt's light cone, so we're at like 0 pity basically. This is 15 here. Already have E6 Sampo. Oh, that's good. I think that's E6 Moza. I gotta check. It is. Increases the damage multiplier of the talent's follow-up attack by 25%.
Every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
Hey there, Raw Dinosaur. Welcome on in. Talent. So this is now 200% attack. It's pretty nice. And whenever an ally attacks them, he deals 33% of his extra damage, his additional damage. And he gains 2 energy every time as well. And allies dealing damage to the prey increase their crit damage by 40%. And basically you're always doing 30% more damage. All good stuff. How's it going? It's going pretty well. We're about to pull for our limited characters here. I think we're pretty sure that we're at 0 pity on the character banner. Yep, we just got trivia, so we're at 5 pity. Alright, let's get something early. How's your weekend been, Dinosaur? Okay, E6 hook already. We already knew that. And I'm pretty sure I have E6 Arlen as well. This is a good way to get Starlight in. Is that a 5-star? No, it isn't. I thought that the ticket was a little more dull than usual. I think I already have S5, the moles welcome you. That's a 50-50 loss on the 4 stars. You know, voice trainer working on the FNF mod. Sounds good. Okay, I actually was not E6 Arlen already, which is like, okay, whatever. Oh, wonderful. That's a break effect light cone, I believe. That's another loss on the 50-50, but I don't have this already. Increases speed, and when attacking enemies, their weakness broken regenerate, up to 2 times per turn. That's kind of nice. If I got this E6 5 energy per turn, it's still not quite as good as Luocha's, which gives you 15 per enemy hit, and there's no limit to the number of times you can do it per turn. But that's good to know that that's like a little alternative. I could give that to... Oh, they have to be weakness broken for that to take effect, though. I might still give it to Gallagher. We were at 91. So we're 40 in now. This is 45 pity. Soft pity is 65, I think. Hard pity 90? Maybe 75? I don't quite know. That's kind of late for the 4-star. You're guaranteed a 4-star within every 10 pulls. This is 55. Still would be early if I were to get her. And we still don't know if we're going to hit the 50-50. Last to E6. I feel it. This is it. Nope, it wasn't. It's going to be the next one. This is 65, so the next one is up through 75. Where are the 4 stars? Oh, that's rough. That is a good light cone, though. Alright, I think this is pretty much guaranteed. Unless I'm like ultra unlucky. Yep, there it is. So no ultra bad luck. That's good. Are we gonna get the double? Let's get a Hysilens followed by losing the 50-50. Hey there, Poncho. Moment of truth. Oh, it's the very last one. Amisha, okay. Oh, we got Hysilens. That could have been Welt, but we got lucky. Number 75, right up to Soft Pity. You gotta love that little lump in your chest when, like, you're about to get there. Alright, we got the warp 40 times. Alright, and claim this. This is pretty nice. Hysilens. Give her a light cone of some kind. Eyes on the prey is fine. I'll have to level that up. Yep, I'll have to work on that. Yeah, it's all rough. We ended up with the thing we needed. I've been like kind of farming for this, but not really because I didn't want to go all in case we actually didn't get what we needed. I'm actually gonna probably go with attack boots for my Hysilens. I don't even have attack rope. That's crazy. I do have this one, but it's like so bad. Alright. It's kind of botched right now, but
It's time to swim towards the next sea.
we'll keep going until we're out of
It's time to
essential
swim
materials.
towards the next sea.
We have a lot of leveling experience stuff. Because I hardly ever get new characters.
It's time to swim towards the next sea.
Alright, that's as good as she's going to get for now. You will probably see her in action in like 2 or 3 weeks. But for now, she's on the bench. The team that I'm gonna set up her team though right now. Let's see, let me find a good slot for her. This is a good team slot. That one's also a good team slot. I'm less likely to use this team. So this is going to be Hysilens in slot 1 with Kafka and Cypher, and then I need someone to heal them. I guess for now that person will be Huohuo. I mean, this honestly, this could be Aventurine. Like, this whole team, like, Cypher and Kafka both do follow-up attacks. He's a little anti-synergy because his ultimate increases crit damage received, which none of these characters crit. No, Cypher crits. That's not quite true. But my only real options are Aventurine, Huohuo, Gallagher, or Lynx. I'll be Huohuo for now. She increases everyone's attack, but she also increases crit damage, which these characters don't really use. That's fine. Maybe not synergy, but synergy. They're close. Like a lot of my teams have like almost perfect synergy. Wow, use ally character's Hysilens zone to additionally deal 40 instances of damage in a single battle. When allies are attacked with Black Tide Forever, remove the state before the negative effects. Okay. That was those achievements that I got. You got Hysilens there? Alright, that's all good. Alright, we're going to exit out now because the next thing that I'm going to do requires us to have the Japanese language enabled. And I'm not going to download that on my hard drive, so I'm going to stream it instead of actually playing it. Even if I were to play these games in high resolution, it wouldn't have any benefit to the stream because the capture card and the output and bit rate would be too low to actually capture that resolution. Oh, don't tell me I have to update through their version. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why isn't their version on the cloud not already updated? At least it's going faster for some reason than when I did it on my end. I wonder if there's some sort of setting I can do to make the cloud games automatically update. I doubt that there is because, you know, if I were hosting every PlayStation Plus user's online game content that they've ever played ever, the prospect of having to like update all of them when they're probably not even playing most of them seems like a bit much. Alright, let's see if we're in Japanese. Okay, we're in Japanese. button. There we go. Alright, this is where we left off. Just quickly triple checking that we're in Japanese. I'm sure that we are, because that's not how Cypher sounds in English. Yep, voice in Japanese. Alright, where we had left off, we're in the Holy Grail War, which is the special event held in Penacony. Magical artifact from a different world, you know, from the Fate Stay Night, or Unlimited Blade Works, sorry, collab event. And we got trapped by Scott into this like mirror dimension where all of the sound has been taken away. Oh, you finally meet a kindred spirit, and I don't get any fan benefits? Master, you hurt him. Pick a leg, left or right. Honestly, if I could get a bonus, I'd rather go for the one arm with the command spells. Hey, you're my servant, remember? At least consider cutting off Stormy's leg instead. Wait, old pal, don't give me that look. I was kidding. Victor is always up to something. Everyone, don't dance to his tune. Don't let him pull us along. The more chaos he sows, the calmer we have to be. Still not turning on each other yet. Room's about to blow. Oh yeah, that's right. The room was supposed to explode in like 1 hour. That was like 2 weeks ago when that happened. Do you think you could be a voice actor for the right price? It depends on the job, right? Like, I probably wouldn't be able to just do any voice actor, but if they were like, if someone were to hear my natural speaking voice, and they were like, you know, I have the perfect character for you, they're just like this deadpan, dry delivery character on this show, can you run some lines? And I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't know if you've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but Captain Raymond Holt on that show, like, I could totally do something like that, you know? He's always playing the situation straight, you know, when all the people around him are, you know, super hyper and jokey, you know? I would say Rosa Diaz as well, but like her Stephanie, her actress's actual voice is like super high pitched and bubbly, and Rosa's like super dark and like tough girl act, you know? So one of us had to lose a leg. Let's vote. I vote for my flamboyant master. Hey, no need to egg things on. You already figured out the real answer, didn't you? Sealed room, a bomb about to go off. Sounds dramatic. We should saw off that broken robot's leg, if we need to saw off anyone's leg anyway. I was thinking the Smart Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Donatello, could work too. I actually have not seen any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I played the arcade game a lot, Revenge of Shredder, and I have a lot of like their paraphernalia, right? Because I grew up in the 90s. They were like pretty bigs, and I have a lot of Michelangelo stuff. He was like the goofy guy, the lazy one with the orange headband. That was because orange was my favorite color. So, you know, of the four, I always picked him. Rationally speaking, as a servant, wouldn't it be easier to just cut the door down? Master, please take 2 steps back. Stay close to me. I don't know what that assassin plans to do next, but it's still dangerous here. Using brute force in a horror film. Heroic spirits from another world should clearly have no sense of art. Yeah, Mr. Recker's pretty upset about that. Blonde beauty like you, shouldn't you be screaming for help and waiting for the hero to save the day? Skulking assassin, once I reach you, scream all you want, call for anyone to save you. You better reach me first. Thanks to your recklessness, the hotel's chainsaw spirit has been awakened by that noise. Protagonist, take the stage. Alright, finally some combat. That's a lot of text. I probably could have killed him during the time he gave that speech, but that's okay.
全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。
いける。もう一人前だもん。お疲れ様。
ベッド。階だ。
10人は。
Alright, here it comes. I only used 2 of my arrows too. What kind of evil spirit gets beaten to a pulp by its victims? Forget it. Producer, take 5. We'll be needing you again later. So, this is the power of heroic spirits from another world. Figures. Penacony is just a backwater speck with 10 amber eras. We have no real legend or history. Of course, we pale in comparison to true heroes. That kind of makes sense, actually. So, one bit of lore from all this is happening is what's supposed to happen is when you touch the Holy Grail, it summons a historic figure from Penacony's past to aid you in your battle. That's kind of the conceit behind all of this. But because, for one thing, Penacony's history is too shallow, according to Mr. Rekka here, and because these are outsiders that don't actually have anything to do with the history of Penacony, they actually got people, they summon people that are historical figures that are not from Penacony. So Saber is like a reincarnation of King Arthur. I don't really know what Archer's deal is. If I watched the Fate series, I would, but I don't. It's also like just another way to string in or shoehorn in these collaboration characters coming in. That's also why you're going to lose. I'll take each of you runaways one by one and turn you into obedient extras for my film. Wait, what? That cute anime girl is King Arthur? Is that what you were about to say? Act 2 is about to begin. Alright. So, multiverse is canon in Star Rail? No, not quite. They're not like physical entities. They're more like energy beings. So that's how they explained it in here. Although multiverse theory is a thing in this, because in this game there's this concept, or in this franchise, this is Honkai Star Rail, right? But there's also Honkai Impact Third, and that's the first game, the biggest original game that Hoyo or Hoyoverse came up with. And so there's Honkai Impact Third, Genshin Impact, and Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero. And all of them basically come from the imaginary tree. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of Yggdrasil from, I think, Norse mythology. But it's like the tree of life, the tree of stories, where like there's a trunk that all creation comes from, and then like the branches are the different universes or timelines. But that's like the imaginary tree is like a real thing in this metaverse, I guess, is more, because these characters don't know anything about the imaginary tree, but there's data logs about it if you like read through all the text that the game dumps you, and it's also in all the other games as well. So presumably all of these characters are in the same universe, which is also why a lot of these characters look exactly the same across games. So there are two characters in this game, Silverwolf and Bronya, and they are the exact same character model as one character named Bronya from Honkai Impact Third. Likewise, Castress in this game is Seela from Honkai Impact Third. There are all sorts of other things in there, like Serdra, who's about to come out in 3 weeks, looks like Farina in Genshin Impact, and there are all sorts of connections like that. Some of it is like, you know, I'm a development studio and I've already spent money designing this character, so I'm just going to go ahead and port them into my other game because I own all the rights to everything. So that's like probably the out of universe reason, but the in universe reason is they're all really like variants of each other. But specifically, Archer on the far left and Saber on the far right, those are energy constructs within this universe. They don't take physical form. Or, I mean, technically they have physical form, but they're just like balls of energy, basically. Stormy ponchoing better than Poncho? I'm not quite sure what the ponchoing you're referring to here is. As heroic spirits who left a mark on history, our legends usually hindered our greatest weakness. Like that one warrior who bathed in the river of the underworld and became invincible except for his heel. They're talking about Achilles. Oh, interrupting an important cutscene to exclaim, "So King Arthur is this cute anime girl?" Incredulously, sounds right up my alley. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, okay, I see. That would have been way better, was in response to that. Okay. I have this habit of like not reading chat as I'm going off a huge tangent, and then when I look, I have to like piece together what everyone was saying. Here, nobody's with shady tricks up their sleeves. Are they just egging them on? I feel like at this point they're going to like interrupt their conversation. That has never happened before. What is he talking? Oh, I guess he did lie to us that one time and put us on a wild goose chase and made us try to doubt Acheron's true intentions. Oh yeah, he also tried to kill us that one time. Yeah, I guess I'm just way too forgiving, actually. I completely forgot about that. Looks like Miss Robin's alliance is starting to come together. His army has a goal, and now it's time to move. Feel like adventuring would be better suited as Gallagher. Hey there, Geodude. Welcome on in. Your stream earlier was doing really well. You were like streaming towards the end of the Unite Championship, and you had like 30 people in there, like pretty consistently too. That's good stuff. Not many of them were chatting, but yeah, it's good watch hours. Hopefully you got a couple of new subscribers out there today. Topped out at 50? Wow. I think some stream just dumped a bunch of leaving people in mine. That could be it. I mean, I don't know if you still had subscribers only mode. I feel like a lot of people were probably what's it called? They either just didn't want to sub, or they were just kind of watching both the UCS and also your stream at the same time. Yeah. No one really said anything. I did notice that. Yes, I saw Empoleon and Delmise and Vaporeon as the next couple of Pokemon. Even though I don't typically get all-rounders, I might get Empoleon just because that was my Gen 3 Pokemon. And of course I gotta get Vaporeon because that's a defender. I always get all the defenders. Oh, we're getting harmonized. The pop song that Robin is singing is like totally killing the horror movie vibe. But also she always does that. It's like the one song that she always sings, and when like in combat. She's a bard type character. She just grants buffs to her allies while she's singing, and can't do any attacks while she's in that stance. Because it's considered a soundtrack. The whole streaming thing is like slowing down real bad. Yeah, there it goes. The internet connection quality is not sufficient for game streaming. I'm going to keep pushing ahead though. And so because she always sings the same one song, you could be having like the most epic, like crazy boss battle, and then she still does the same song. I'm sure that's a Fate reference that I don't get. Oh, wow. She's no slouch in combat, it would seem. Wow, she's actually old enough to remember Grady. That's so messed up. I spent so much effort clawing my way out of the grave, so quit burning my eyes with your bargain bin flicks. This note is so cool. We meet again. As a caster, your combat style is quite a surprise. Can't say that counted as a fight between mages. Guess people in Pentacon really have a broad definition of caster. Really? I thought it was pretty normal. An archer dual-wielding swords isn't qualified to talk about this. Dang. Your work doesn't even have the artistic value of a ruined roll of film. Let's kick off the final act of Midnight Chainsaw Rhapsody. The true evil awaits at the end of this haunted hotel. This game is very self-aware. Sometimes a little too self-aware. I guess there's a lot of like fourth wall breaks and commentary on the industry and like on gacha games in general and society. And you know, occasionally it's, you know, nice, but you have the dialogue options to do it like too frequently, in my opinion. Like at some point in time, it's like they're trying to be cool, you know, instead of just kind of being cool. The surviving protagonist finally reached the heart of the hotel. The evil spirit appears through the screen. Then I gather all the lights and effects on you, shaping you into an invincible monster. Lyndon Scott, you'll become a legion of evil spirits, a horror icon etched into movie history. Now I will take back everything you took from me. You shall pay tenfold, no, 1,000-fold. Honestly, the way this guy keeps coming for you, even the wildest British hounds would call it obsessive. What do you want to do to him? Look, I was young and didn't know what I was doing. Is it still possible to make it up to you now? Just some private disagreements. Make it up to me? You ruined my life. You made me bark and oink and faced a demotion, moving from one puny place to another. And all you have to say is make it up to me? I love that stuff. Movies about movies are my jam. Like, I don't know if you've watched. You probably have. We're about similar aged, but if you've ever watched like Scary Movie or Not Another Teen Movie, like I love those movies. Or, you know, Kung Pao Enter the Fist or something like that. But then they kind of got like weird. They kind of like went too far, like disaster movie or like date movie, and like all this stuff. Just the quality just went really, really down, you know. You and your entourage of extras, you won't get to be cocky for much longer. Power inside is breaking out, trying to be free. 1 Scott, 2 Scott, 3 Scott blue. No, joking. Oof, my scalp is scratchy. 2 got stuck up here. It's just generally hard to keep a franchise going. Like even like just generic horror movies like Saw, Final Destination, things like that. Like they just keep going, and this like I feel like they tend to like latch on like one thing too much. Like Saw to me was like a psychological, philosophical killer movie. But then they kind of like got into like the body gore stuff too much, and like didn't have a good plot towards the end. Or like Final Destination, they just like tried to go too over the top with the you know, Rube Goldberg device deaths, and not like, you know, the suspense of who's next, how are they going to die, what's going to happen, can they be saved, things like that. Master your line. Say your entrance line. 'Okay, it's Bananarama. Oh, not enough energy. I want to just do this now. No, he'll attack me anyway.
I am the bone of my soul. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, unknown to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet, those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works!
No, this should be it. I think they're dead. Oh, they're gonna live a little bit. 1%. One percent.
私たちがここに集まったのは命を捧げ犠牲となったスコートたちを偲ぶためだ。
That's why movies are always better than series. Movies are made with the beginning, end, and theme in mind. You get a good series, you aren't allowed to end it until it stops making money. They'll write thousands of articles, well, how did this great series get so bad? Yeah, there's usually two reasons. Either they keep on making the series longer than they should have, or because there's three. So they keep on making the series longer than they should have, and they start running out of ideas, or they keep recycling old ideas, or for some reason they run out of money and the series has to end like now or this season when they weren't expecting it to, so they like have to scramble and use the last 3 seasons of the final canceled season, or the last 3 episodes of the final canceled season, to like make an ending that makes sense. Or 3, they actually had an ending in mind at the very beginning and they filmed it early, or like they didn't not they could have filmed it already, but they didn't have to. But they basically just said from the very beginning, this is how it's always going to end up being. And then like they just do the scenes along the way, and then you know the audience expects one thing based off of how the middle goes, but it was always going to go towards the end instead. Serious and stubborn, okay.
真の一匹狼は単独行動をするものだ。集まるだけではただの烏合の衆と変わらない。お前ずっと後ろに隠れていただろう。この卑怯者が。お前なんかよりも私のまつげの方がよっぽど役立つ。
Is he about to turn on his own master? Are you about to change scenes, go into a different movie now? This is Scott's theme that's playing right now. It's not really Scott's theme, but it is a theme that plays very frequently when Scott's... It's like the whimsical, like silly stuff going on theme. So this is Act 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this is Aventurine's servant, so if they were to eliminate me right now, then that would put Aventurine that much closer to winning the Holy Grail War. I actually took quite a beating there. Always go backwards. It's gaming 101. Do I want a different team? This team was fine, I suppose. I could go mono quantum actually. Just because it's funny. It's not a good mono quantum team. Because anyone that's off element, I have no way of breaking them. But this team will still do a lot of damage and stay alive for the most part. Like I'm all way off element here. That's physical, lightning, and fire. I feel like at this rate, Robin's going to end up winning the Holy Grail War. Would I rather fight this than her? I think I would. This is actually not that bad. You need to show yourself a small fry like this. Some of those enemies are actually kind of tough. There's a certain amount of irony that the developers made such a big deal about the fact that English voice lines were not available for the collaboration characters. But we've been now maybe 90 minutes into the event and no one has voice lines. Well, not no one, but like almost no one has voice lines because we've been trapped in a silent film. There was like an extra hour before the last 90 minutes, but you know, it's kind of crazy. I wonder if it was on purpose. Like, did they know that they weren't going to be able to get the English voice actors and then they redid the script so that they wouldn't have to have many lines for them? Or maybe it was like we don't want to pay these high profile voice actors for the Fate series for the extra lines. So they probably get paid per line. Now that I think about it, that's probably it. Probably all the languages have very few lines in them. That's funny. She used Talk no Jutsu. Hey there, Latopia. Lamurai the third. Now we follow her. Yes, we follow. She runs a little bit faster than me, so I can actually walk in front of her. Oh no. Robin? What have they done to you? Oh yeah, it does kind of remind me of the Try Not to Laugh challenge. The Try Not to Laugh challenge was is referring to Fugue's storyline towards the end of Penacony, right before Sunday left the planet for good, which actually does date this event because it all of this is a flashback. So if you start the event, then they basically say, hey, remember that time we had that crazy adventure? Wasn't that so crazy? And then there's like a black screen that says like, oh, remember this thing that happened so long ago, or maybe it wasn't that long ago, who knows. So now we know about when this happened. This is like around the time that Fugue had her soul split in Penacony after Sunday was, stepped down as the head of the Oak family, and probably before Amphorius, I would imagine. Is old Odie a Papeshi? Why is he talking about a puffball? He says he'll read some enemy lives, but I doubt that we'll actually fight anything. 10-minute warning. It's time to start thinking about. Oh, actually, we'll fight something. Do I want to fight the? Yeah, it's fine if we do.
ケロケロだけ者めなぜこうも人間を憎むお前の心に愛と正義はみじんもないケロか
Oh, this must be Robin the Songbird. I did not mean to skip that, but yeah, Scott is very out of character right now. He was split into 1,000 faces, so that does make sense. This nightmare is terrifying. That would not be that bad. I mean, a billion years is a long time. Maybe I would get bored eventually. Don't tell me that all I can say is humph again. Where's my rocket launcher? Humph. He was very industrious. Humph. Yes. No. Which, yes, obviously. Must have been a funny voice line to do multiple takes of. What did he? I mean, I know that's some sort of fate thing because the combat event has that random bolt of lightning come out all the time, and I don't actually know what it means fate-wise, but it's supposed to like give you sort of like cool artifact weapon that you can upgrade multiple times. Boot Hill and a stranger. Oh, this is another portion of Robin's soul. This God of Justice is just not like these evil ones. He just threw himself in to protect me. Son of a nose walker. What would that mean? What is he trying to say? Is it like a Japanese culture thing where you like bow so much that your nose hits the ground? Because you're just like so lowly and humble? I don't know. Hey there, Wobster. Depending on how this goes, decides how long I'll beat you up is the most sympathetic and endearing dialogue choice I've seen the whole stream. The game really wants to be hard on Scott. He isn't a great person, but yeah, at least some funny moments though. Missed a crit at 98.8% crit rate, non-rated, uninstall and quit. Was that the deciding factor? You end up on 1% and then lose? I mean, yeah, 98.8% is a low crit rate, but, you know, what, 2% chance of not critting? You probably do over 50 hits per battle. Every trotter deserves a second cookie. What kind of phrase is that, and what does that have to do with what we currently have? I will never bend to evil. He's totally gonna bend to evil. Oh, so the thing with Boot Hill is that, like, he says stuff that is mostly made up. So in this universe, there's this thing called the synesthesia beacon. It's basically like a babble fish, if you've ever watched or read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And that's how all of the people in this world all understand each other, even though they come from different planets. And Boot Hill's synesthesia beacon is messed up, and he basically is always swearing and saying like really crude things, but he literally has a filter on him. So I'll say like "son of a nice lady" or "what the fork" or things like that. So when he says like "son of a nosewalker," he's trying to say something else, and it's like the nosewalker is just like a made-up term. Yeah, the other links that led me to Honkai. Yep, it would. It's a feature, not a bug. It is a feature, not a bug. It is intentionally being done to him as a troll by the IPC directly, because they actually like own all this stuff, and they kind of do it to mess with them. Wow, let's go forward. No, I'm not. Maybe I will eventually. Alright. I am probably going to call it here. It's been almost 2 hours. It's, 12:30. Gotta get up early tomorrow. But it was a pretty successful stream. We got our character. We continued on with our story. We got a couple more Jades. E6 Moza. I feel for that robot, if it is a robot. He's basically, what would you call him, a cyborg? He was fully human once, and then his planet was decimated by the IPC, and he went through lots and lots of surgeries and replaced most of his body with mechanical parts. Like, he doesn't even have like a stomach or anything like that. He can't taste. He doesn't have like a tongue. He's got like shark teeth in his mouth. And his like arm is a gun. So he is more machine than man. Are you gonna make me actually work at my job? Gross. I feel that. Let's leave for now. Pause and save. I'm assuming there are going to be 3 acts because, you know, film. But it's interesting that I can just come back whenever I want to. And I can just teleport from wherever. But yeah, we'll continue this throughout the week. We'll try to get some Unite in as well. I need to hit the hay before I fall asleep on stream. Eats bullets for a snack. And also to shoot them as well. But yeah, he does eat them. He has like a mouth gun. Because why wouldn't you? But if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Like I said, we'll be back throughout the week with some Star Rails, some Unite. At some point in time, I need to like carve out time in the week for like a game that can actually end at some point in the future. But I'm not in any rush in particular. Yeah, I'd rather have, you know, when I get there, dedicate time to it so that we're not, you know, streaming it once per month and forgetting all the stuff that happened up until then. So maybe we'll just stick with Unite and Star Rail for the time being. Alright. Message for Litopia, so I'm just gonna go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.